How's it going, y'all? This is Tom Moore with the Spyderco PM2 Pair 3 Club. Today, I'm coming at you with a hot topic about working on your knife, and that is getting the lanyard tube, this guy, the little lanyard tube out of a Spyderco when you're doing a disassembly. So most USA-made Spydercos, like the Mannix, PM2, Pair 3, have lanyard tubes that are the same, just like this. They're compression fit in between the G10 and the liners, squeezed very snugly, but they're just held in with a very small flanged end. Well, the problem is when you're doing a scale swap, it's pretty easy to get to this part where you're just left with the bones of the knife. But getting that lanyard tube out can be a bear, especially if you don't know what you're doing. So first you're going to do, when you have both sides, is you're going to take one side off at a time. So you're going to wiggle your hands back and forth like this while you kind of twist it, and you're going to work one side out. This one's been taken apart before, so it's a little bit, it's used to be taken apart. So once it's been apart and you get one side off, you're left with this side. Now, how are you going to get that tube out? You can't like grab it. I mean, you could use these, I guess, to try to pull it out. You can use an Allen wrench and try to punch it out the backside. You can use a lanyard tube remover cube. There is a tool for this, but I don't personally like it. I like to do it this way with a little trick. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our liner here. First thing we gotta do is gotta pull it out of the G10 scale. And sometimes when you're doing that, like on a Pair 3 especially, this will be very difficult to pull the actual liner up. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a T6, just a little guy. You're going to take a T6 clip screw if you get stuck, and you're going to screw it into the back side of the clip holes. And then you're going to use it to pop it out. Okay, this one's coming out, but let's say it couldn't. You're going to use just the head of it to pull it out. Now you're going to separate this liner from the scales a little bit. And using a thin screwdriver like this, I guess a normal one would work too, but I like my T10 is what I use for doing this, my Weehaw. You're going to slide the screwdriver between the scale and the liner and start to pull down. And what you do is you're going to take both hands, put your thumbs, one of them on the lanyard tube, one of them on the base of the knife, and both of them on the hands, and just slowly over a mat start to pull backwards. And you'll start to feel a pressure build. Don't worry, this is made of a spring. This is spring steel. It's not going to bend, so just keep on pulling backwards. It might start to get kind of tight, and then you get to the end and it will pop out. It's kind of a surprise. Sometimes it shoots out a little bit and freaks you out. First time you have one shoot across the room, you'll remember to put your thumb over it next time, but now we've got our lanyard tube out. So that's all it takes. Now we can, take our liners out, take the liners out, start rebuilding the knife, scale swap. There you go. That is the easy way to remove a lanyard tube with tools you already have.